just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back.
It was a day Houston will always remember, but for all the wrong reasons. Greg Gutfeld didn't just criticize Sunny Hostin, he completely tore apart her argument. The result? A meltdown so uncomfortable that you won't be able to look away. But what caused this heated exchange? Sunny made surprising comments about her family's past, and the way she explained it left everyone, including her co-hosts, the audience, and the internet, completely stunned. People couldn't believe what they were hearing. Before we dive into the full story, make sure to stick around because you won't want to miss how Gutfeld completely dismantled Sunny's argument on live TV. Trust me, it's a moment that had everyone talking.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in her face. Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry.
Oh, I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
Fact of life. Interesting change of tune. For more, we go to our chief Sunny Hostin correspondent for a reaction.
Sunny Hostin, who often speaks out against America's past, recently faced an unexpected twist. On PBS's Finding Your Roots, she discovered something shocking. Her ancestors were not just victims of oppression, but also part of the system. Her third great-grandfather was found to have owned at least one enslaved person. The expression on her face said everything. Greg Gutfeld wasted no time pointing out the contradiction. Sunny frequently discusses systemic racism and often blames it for many issues. However, this new revelation seemed to go against everything she stands for. Gutfeld didn't hold back. He called out the irony in the most direct way possible, making sure everyone saw the contradiction in Sunny's narrative.
Well, first, I just want to go on the record to let everyone know that I am very much against slavery.
Okay, good.
Very brave to say that on this panel. Karma, definitely. I mean, it's one thing. It's going to be so awkward on, new episodes of The View when she tries to pull the race card.
Yes.
And then she's like, America is racist. And then they're like, yeah, they might be racist, but they're not like slave owner racist. Like somebody that we...
That's so true.
Yeah.
She could have maybe done better. Okay, here's the thing. One thing, and I would have even actually not give her any, is she said, well, I guess that's just what, they did back then.
Yeah.
She should have followed that up with saying something along the lines of, and I understand that that's a departure from the way I've talked about this before. That was to me, the one thing that was missing.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's okay, now that you have this information, have you had any personal growth? Do you think about things differently? You have to acknowledge that. Yeah. Because when you're presented with new information, it's okay to change your mind. It's good to change your mind, but you should acknowledge that is correct.
If she is shaming descendants of this, will she continue to do that when she is now one of them, Dana? And it is funny. She's so wrapped up in identity, and she had no idea who she was.
Well, now we understand why she always makes Whoopi get the coffee.
Oh my God.
I don't know. That's not true.
That's not true.
But you think about things that she said and how offensive they are.
Yeah.
Well, karma.
Yeah, it is karma.
Greg Gutfeld did not hold back when reacting to Sunny Hostin's stunned response to her family history. He openly mocked her shock and questioned whether she would rethink her usual stance on systemic racism and oppression. Now that you know your family's history, are you going to reconsider your constant lectures on racism? He quipped. Gutfeld highlighted the contradiction. Sunny often criticizes others for historical injustices, but seemed to brush off her own ancestors' involvement in slavery by saying, "That's just what they did back then." This led Gutfeld to his main point: hypocrisy. Sunny frequently calls America racist, but when it came to her own lineage, she suddenly viewed it as a simple historical fact. His sharp critique struck a nerve with viewers who quickly took to social media to point out the glaring double standard. Many felt that her reaction to her family's past wasn't just surprising, it was completely out of touch. One of Gutfeld's most biting observations was how someone so deeply involved in identity politics didn't even know her own family's history. When the truth was revealed, her reaction was anything but self-reflective. Instead of acknowledging the contradiction, she seemed more concerned with dismissing it. Gutfeld even joked, "Now we know why she makes Whoopi get the coffee." Though, said in jest, the comment pointed to a bigger issue. Sunny's obsession with race and identity often prevents her from engaging in fair, productive discussions. This segment wasn't just about criticizing her. It was about holding up a mirror to her arguments, and it was clear she wasn't ready to face what she saw. If she has spent years shaming others for the past sins of their ancestors, will she now apply that same judgment to herself? That was the question on everyone's mind. Viewers were quick to react, and as expected, the internet exploded. Clips of Gutfeld's takedown went viral within hours. Many praised him for calling out the hypocrisy. One user wrote, "Sunny Hostin learning her ancestors were slaveholders is the plot twist we didn't see coming." But Greg Gutfeld's reaction? Absolute gold. Another chimed in, "Sunny's hypocrisy finally caught up to her, and Gutfeld nailed it." However, not everyone was on Gutfeld's side. Some of Sunny's supporters argued that the backlash was unfair, saying she was simply processing new and unexpected information. They felt she was being judged too harshly. However, for many, it wasn't just the revelation itself, it was her dismissive tone and failure to take accountability that fueled the criticism. Instead of engaging in honest reflection, she seemed to minimize the significance of what she had learned. Gutfeld's critique wasn't just about Sunny. It was a broader commentary on race, history, and accountability. He pointed out that some people weaponize identity politics while conveniently ignoring their own contradictions. This incident served as a reminder that history is complex, and none of us are completely separate from its realities. The real question is, how do we deal with those truths? For Sunny, it seemed the answer was deflection, a tactic that didn't sit well with Gutfeld or with the viewers watching. This exchange between Gutfeld and Hostin wasn't just another viral moment. It was a reflection of the larger cultural divide in society today. Gutfeld's sharp critique resonated with many who are tired of selective outrage and double standards. At the same time, it sparked intense debates about accountability and the role of identity politics in modern discourse. So, what do you think? Was Greg Gutfeld right to call out Sunny's reaction? Or do you believe she handled the revelation appropriately? Let us know in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more bold takes, heated debates, and viral moments.